There are many problems in the United States today, with people like Donald Trump running for president and way too high-costing university courses. But there's one thing that I want to talk with you about today, and that is police shootings and use of excessive force. First, I want to share some numbers with you from the most comprehensive count available, Factoids from The Guardian. No US government agency maintains a similar listing. So here we go. As of the 6th of December 2015, 1,048 people have been killed by police. That is around 3 people per day. 204 of them were unarmed, and that's almost 20%. Many people have been protesting about police brutality over the years, and it's been seen by many as a race issue. So how about we look at some numbers related to that? Here are the totals. Out of 1,048 people, 524 were white, 266 were black, 169 were Hispanic or Latino, 58 others were other or unknown, 18 were Asian or Pacific Islanders, and 13 were Native American. Now let's look at these numbers another way, in a ratio with their respective populations. So the ratios are per 1 million of their race. 6.32 black per million were killed, 3.4 Native American, 3.05 Hispanic or Latino, 2.65 white, and 1.01 Asian or Pacific Islanders. So let's do a little basic data interpretation here based on the numbers I just gave you, because I know that can be a lot to take in at once. The two major races in the heat of this is black and white, or African American and Caucasian. So let's directly compare these two. 524 white people have died, and that's 2.65 people per million white people. And then 266 black people have been killed, and 6.32 people per million have died. Basically, although in general more white people have died, more black people have died relative to their population than any other race. And if after that you still don't think this is a race issue, you might want to check some of the facts that I just gave you. So now that I've given a few numbers to put this into perspective in the United States, what could the US do to fix this? Well, I have a couple of solutions to propose here, and at least one of them you will have heard of already. And that one I'm talking about, body cameras! Yep, body cameras. It has been proven that they're a very good idea in the United States, but there are a few problems such as cost. How are we going to fund getting them in the first place? And where are we going to store all of these videos and data? We just don't know. So I have another solution for you. But before that, here's another interesting fact to go with all of these little factoids that I'm giving you here. Amnesty International USA found that in all 50 states and Washington DC, and I'm quoting The Guardian article again, I'll put these links in the description of what I'm using, found that in all 50 states and Washington DC, statutes were too broad to fit these international standards, concluding that none of the laws establish the requirement that lethal force may only be used as a last resort with non-violent means and less harmful means to be tried first. The vast majority of laws do not require officers to give a warning of their intent to use firearms. And apparently that is up to an international standard, so that's the United Nations have set a standard for police, and none of the 50 states or Washington DC fit up to those standards. And so, taking this into account, another solution that I would propose is, but to get the US up to that international standard, we should change some of those laws, really, I think, and retrain police officers. Also, another thing that we should do, when we make those laws, restrict the use of lethal weapons, such as tasers or guns, as those are the two major causes of death within these police killings that I'm talking about here. That we should limit them to extreme situations, such as if there's a shooting going on, or something very serious is going down. But not for someone walking down a street or looking suspicious from a shop. We don't need guns for those, guys.